Timer begins now. Welcome, one and everyone, to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 270. I am your neighborhood friendly Oxhorn here, as always, with what? My suspender set to maximum stun. It is good to see you all in the chat today. So many familiar faces, so many great and wonderful people from all walks of life, from all over the globe, just Oxhorning it up here on a fine Thursday afternoon. Good show planned for you today. Lots of stuff. Hold on a second. Did I forget Twitch? No, I didn't forget Twitch. I did. I forgot the Twitch chat. Let me go ahead and get that up. Great show for you today. Lots of fan art to get through. Lots of stories to share, and of course, cigars to smoke. From you, fine ladies and gentlemen, because I have a bag here of gifts from the likes of Cigar Ox, who has decided to be official cigar patron of this fine program. Of course, he's not the only one. There have been many of you who have contributed smokes to this show in one way or the other. Okay. There we go. There's the Twitch chat. Having a good time, per usual. All right. There we go. Sorry that I was 5 minutes late, ladies and gentlemen. And today is episode 270. That's right, I saw your message, Lepidus. I knew which episode it was today because I finally got all my back episodes up on YouTube and scotchandsmokerings.com. I tweeted them out over the weekend, or over the week, and we got episodes 267, 8, 9, and I think a bunch of others. They're all online now, ready for your perusal, and this is episode 270, the next greatest episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings. Got a lot of great things for you tonight. Lots of scotch to drink, cigars to smoke. Let's see if anyone... Nope, still nobody. Wow. We're already 3 minutes in and no one... Okay, well, that's all right. We'll just keep going until somebody does. In the meantime, let me show you the cigar selection that I have here. This was a fine gift from Cigar Ox last week, and I couldn't smoke any of them last week because I was doing an experiment that my doctor asked me to do. But he has since ceased the experiment, and I can now smoke as much as we want. So, just waiting. Let's see, where's my Rocky Patel? He gave me a Rocky Patel. I am excited. No, that's not the Rocky Patel. I'm excited to smoke the Rocky Patel. Is this it? Yes! Rocky Patel box pressed Torpedo Robusto. Alright, that's cool. Here we go, and then I also have scotch. Let's pour the scotch first, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are drinking some Scoresby Scotch, per usual. For those who have watched the show for quite some time, you'll know that this is my go-to scotch when I have nothing finer in my shelf. The Lucanator 1 is here. Good to see you again, my friend. We've got Shiut, Andy the DK, another fine purveyor of cigars to this program. Ghoulbreath, Gentleman Badger, Imagine Justin, Doomageddon, and many, many others. Trevor Green, Lol Manzi, good to see you, Lol Manzi. And of course, Cigar Ox. You know, Cigar Ox, I'm working my way through your cigars, but you keep refilling my box. There it is! How long was it? It was 5 minutes into the program, and Trevor Green is the first one to notice that I have shaved my mustache. Trevor Green 98 on Twitch says, "Did you trim the mustache, Oxhorn? I've been waiting since the beginning of the program to see who was going to be the first one to notice it. And unless I'm mistaken, it was Trevor Green 98. Now look, this was an accident." I know you're probably all gobsmacked right now going, what just happened? And asking if I'm Amish. There we go. Gentleman Badger now says, are you Amish? No, I'm not Amish. This was completely unintentional. Let me explain to you what happened. every day before the show, and look, Black Shawarma was saying I was following the rules of etiquette, trying to never mention the beard trauma. Look, I trim my mustache almost every day with a long hair trimmer, and I set the trimmer setting to like a setting 7, which is a long hair trimmer, and then I go just up the front. And I do that so that I can still have my nice long whiskers over here and have no whiskers here so that I could blow my smoke rings. Because if you remember, when I have long whiskers up front, they get in the way of my smoke rings, and I can't blow smoke rings. So I'm in a rush to do the show. I've been working all morning. I decided I'm going to take a shower before the show. So I go and take a shower before the show. 5 minutes left before the show starts. I race out of the shower, grab my razor, start going, and then realize that the setting has been changed from 7 to 0. I don't know how that happened. I always leave it at 7. How did this happen? I stare in horror and wonderment in the mirror, noticing that my proverbial mustache is now half of what it once was. And I think to myself, this could be a new look. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you, ladies and gentlemen. Thankfully, I caught it just in time. I still have the vestiges of my fine and glorious mustache. I didn't have time to wax it. I didn't have time to wax my beard. But this is gone. I tried to kind of feather it in. I don't know if you can... As you can see, this has caused me great consternation today. That's why I was late. All the other times in the history of this program, when I've been late, it's been due to some sort of technical difficulty, like I've been unable to stream or broadcast or something. This time I was late for other reasons, because I was dumbfounded by this maiming that I've done. I've maimed myself. Oh, I don't know. I'm a little wounded. And here's another thing. Look, as many of you know, I started my own online business where I meet with clients and do digital marketing for them. I have a meeting tomorrow morning with a brand new client in downtown Seattle. And here comes Oxhorn. I'm going to be walking on up. Hello there, good sir. Do you like my Amish beard? Because I have no mustache. This is totally intentional, by the way. I made the conscious decision to do this with my facial hair. Now judge me. This is my life for the next couple of weeks, ladies and gentlemen. My life for the next couple of weeks. But thankfully, the good news about this is that this is the fastest growing part of my mustache. So it should not take long for my mustache to recuperate and to become what it once was. In the meantime, you are left with a more youthful Oxhorn, a more youthful appearance. Nate the Great says, at least you didn't get rid of your entire beard. Yes. That's true. The Gentleman Badger says, Tom used his hippie magic to set it to 0 from afar. That's probably what happened. I mean, I have no other explanation. Black Shawarma is giving me his suggestion for beard trimmers. I might have to switch after this. Had my trusty beard trimmer not betrayed me, I would be whole, standing before you today. Anyway. We'll have to take a vote towards the end of this episode. You'll have to let me know if you prefer traditional Oxhorn with his upper lip well adorned, or this Oxhorn. I'll have to come up with my own beard style. I'll have to put this on my beard website and say I've invented a beard style. I call this the mistake. Or the accident. I don't know. Ophanite Shadow Priest says, couldn't you use a little brow powder to fill it in a bit? I don't know if they make mustache powder. No, I'm pretty sure that would rub off on any cup of coffee that I drank, or otherwise... It's the semi-Amish, says Shawarma. It's a nice little thing, like an electric toothbrush for your beard. Oh, I'll have to check it out. Alright, well, enough about my facial furniture. We have cigars to smoke and scotch to drink. I'm just going to live with it, ladies and gentlemen. Say, you will have the benefit of seeing this episode and then comparing it next week to my mustache. You'll be able to compare my mustaches and see exactly how fast it grows. Shawarma says, hair in a can, Oxhorn, hair in a can. I'm going to have to get a mustache template and like block out my face and lips so that I can spray on my fake mustache. Who'd ever thought I would be in this position, having to spray on a fake mustache just to go and do an interview with a client? In good news, my mustache no longer dangles in my scotch, and I'll be able to do smoke rings unimpeded. Ophanite Shadow Priest says, for the first time, I will be smoking with you, Ox. Well, that is a pleasure to hear, my friend. Congratulations on dinging the required age. I hope that there are enough here who are enjoying a gentlemanly or whatever they legally can enjoy. Now, this is a nice cigar. This is from Cigar Ox. This is a Rocky Patel 15th anniversary box-pressed cigar. You can tell that it's a square or rectangular cigar instead of being completely smooth. And the wrapper feels soft. I'm guessing that this is a Connecticut grown leaf. Because I can recognize the texture of Connecticut grown leaves. They tend to be very downy and silk-like. Greetings from Germany, says Dismorvik. Pleasure to see you here, Dismorvik. Oh, this is weird. Andy the DK says, Ox, if your mustache gets too long, does it sometimes block your smelling sense? No, not that I would be the best one to judge that, because I can't smell very well anyway. But I can tell you that sometimes if you eat a particularly robust cup of macaroni and cheese, the cheese part of it could solidify in your strands and stay with you for quite some time. And the benefit is that you enjoy the scent for the remainder of the day. And sometimes even in the morning. Sadly, I have no such ability to enjoy that quite yet. There we go. Lego Master says, I actually have a cigar myself, and I never do, but I definitely don't want to smoke in my room. I may light up on my balcony, however. Probably a wise decision on your part. But someday in the future, pull your laptop out and connect via Wi-Fi, sit on your balcony or your porch, and enjoy a gentlemanly with me. Ophanite Shadow Priest says, I'm actually the same age as you, Oxhorn, but I chose not to enjoy a cigar until now. Well, I'm so glad you did. Welcome to the program, and thanks for joining me in cigarhood. I do enjoy a good box-pressed cigar. I realize that it's just the shape. It doesn't really affect the taste. But for some reason, force of habit, I don't need to do that anymore. For some reason, I think the smoking experience is better when I'm smoking a box-pressed. Doesn't make any sense, but... Imagine Justin asks, besides the beard being trimmed, how has your day been, good Sir Oxhorn? It's been well. I've been keeping busy with all of my work and all of my babies and my beautiful wife. Yeah, a lot going on. My beautiful wife has been getting into Destiny. Any of you big fans of Destiny? My wife now has Destiny on the Xbox. And if any of you have her gamer tag, you can go ahead and play. She's already level 21 or 22 or something like that. Loves the game. Super, super fun. And even I have been appreciating it. Whoa. There we go. Let's sharpen up the picture right there. But yeah, great game, Destiny. Trevor Green 98 says, my mother told me you can get mouth cancer from cigars. Your mother is right. It is possible to get mouth cancer from cigars. Now, there are a number of things that the well-informed cigar smoker can do to avoid that in the future. For example, smoking only one at a time, smoking infrequently, like 1 or 2 a week, not chain smoking them, not eating hot and spicy foods while smoking. You know, common sense things like that. That can reduce your risk for getting mouth and tongue cancer in the future. The primary thing is reducing the number of cigars you smoke a week. Just smoking within moderation, keeping it to 1 or 2 a week, and you should be okay. 1 a day, you're pushing it. Destiny is just like WoW, but with space and guns, says Trevor Green. Yeah, it's fun. I've been enjoying it. Black Shawarma says, the Destiny he's referring to is a new MMO shooter game, not the Destiny that works in a gentleman's club. Those clubs, by the way, are not too gentlemanly, and just for the record, I know of no person named Destiny at any gentleman's club. Thank you for bringing that to the program, Black Shawarma. But yeah, I guess that would be a good name. Yeah. Cigar Ox says, don't leave them in the mouth for a very long time. Good advice. That's another good thing that you can do to prevent getting mouth cancer. I mean, I know many cigar and pipe and cigarette smokers who will clamp it in their jaw. I just stuck there while they work. I try not to do that too much. But every now and then, I can be accused. You see how it prevents you from talking in an intelligible manner? Just as long as you all know. Fan art, ladies and gentlemen. Fan art. We have fan art today. Let's check this out. This is from Doomageddon. Titled, Karazhan Reloaded. Quest for McLovin's secret driver's license. There is McLovin in Hawaii. Oh, look, I can tag someone. There we go. Perfect. All right, nicely done. It's a month and a half from the release of Warlords of Draenor, and players need a challenge until then. Doomageddon Productions proudly presents Karazhan Reloaded. Alright. And I will let you guys read that. It's on the Scotch and Smoke Rings group. And you can check it out there. Next up is this fine piece by Jonathan Hitch. Some interesting mustache-themed items I found at Target months ago. Yeah, mustache-themed items are becoming quite the thing. Mustache party favors, mustache wax mustaches, the Mustache Grower's Guide, more mustache gifts. Not even sure what those are, party favors. All looking pretty good, so thank you for that submission, Jonathan. Then there's this from Greg, and he says, might as well get into the trend that is TBT. Here's a role Ox played some of you may not have known about. Iridine's The Salad Elf. Oh, what the irony. This is true. Eardane, a very talented individual, came to me and asked me to play the Salad Elf in this very short Machinima movie.
A hippie elf stood up, dressed in some weird green goods.
Yeah, I don't know if you could hear that, but he's got a link to it on the Scotch and Smoke Rings group page, and I did some fairly elfish voices there. So thanks for sharing that one, Greg Hartung. Then there's this. A fan decided to train her son how to use my invented swear words from Carrie Thompson, and here we go.
What are Oxhorn's 5 swear words?
Check, split, wash, back, craft.
No. What does Mortis like to say?
It's pretty great. The kid nails almost all of them. Nicely done. It's also on the Scotch and Smoke Rings Facebook group. Very adorable. Thank you so much for sharing. Then there's this poor tragic tale from our very good Nathan Giles, a longtime viewer. And he says, I bid bad tidings today as I had to kill my beard because of the new uber strict dress code at work. I am currently in mourning right now. Let's all bid fond farewell to my chin warmer. Alas, we knew ye too not so soon enough. Longly, yes. My eloquence is ever in eloquenting mode. And the poor fellow had to chop off his beard in order to go to his job. But you know what I say? It's important to maintain your career. Don't think too poorly of it, Mr. Nathan Giles. Then there's this from Damon LaRue, OMG. Oxhorn likes baked clams. He also loves bacon. Put them together and you get one hungry gentleman. Look at this bit of hash. We've got some some deep fried bacon with some ham. Looks like some onions and some chives in a clamshell. I have to admit, I would devour. It sounds delicious to me. Then there's this from Christina Walden. And it is the man card. Punch each task as achieved. Grow an epic beard. Check. Kill 12-point buck with bow. Yeah, not quite yet. Earn a huge face scar. Nope, not there yet. Rescue a kitten from a tree. Again, no. Take up smoking tobacco from a pipe. Check. Survive a rattlesnake bite. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to put myself into danger just to check off this card. Build a log cabin. No. Stop a purse snatcher. No. Drink Glenlivet 18 neat. Check. All right, 3 down. Being 1/10 as manly as Steve McQueen. Oh, definitely check. Rebuild any engine. No, sadly, I can't say I've done that. Hike the Appalachian Trail by yourself. No. Enter a lumberjack contest. No, not yet. Learn to weld. Okay, maybe I'll get a 0.5 on this. Because when I was a kid, my dad taught me how to weld. Sadly, I haven't done it since then, so I'll give myself a 0.5. And then finally, carry a buckskin knife. I own a buckskin knife, but I sadly do not carry it with me on daily occasions. So, again, I'll give myself a 0.5 on that one. But thank you for that amazing submission, Autumn. General Blackband says, in Orcs in Space, go to the beach. It was mentioned that Bill Maher was the worst comedian ever. Why is that? I'm not a fan. I'm just curious about whether I should watch this show or not. What is going on behind me? I think one of my children is trying to sneak in here. I'm not a big fan of Bill Maher. It has to be said. Not a big fan of Bill Maher. I don't think he's clever. I don't think he's funny. I think his type of comedy revolves around just kind of being obscene and finding things that are culturally taboo and then mentioning them. Because no one else can do that. Oh, look, something that is culturally taboo. I'm going to stand up and mention it. Aren't I a clever comedian? Yeah. No. He's also pretty snarky and kind of full of himself. Not a big fan of him. So, really, there's nothing super sinister there. I just am not a big fan of Bill Maher. But kudos to you for listening all the way through my Orcs in Space on the Beach episodes. For those who don't know, in my In my album, Oxhorn Brand Music, I have a couple of little skits in there. Little Easter egg skits. There's orcs in space on the beach. And then there's orcs in space on the beach in space. You'd have to listen to figure it out. Doomageddon says, Gavin alert. Yes, that's my little boy Gavin. Thankfully, his beautiful mother locked me in here, meaning he can't open the door. Of course, it also means that I can't get out. So, hopefully nothing happens that needs me to get out, but for the next hour and a half, I'm locked in here. Randarin says, has it really been that long since I've been here that there's more than one Oxhorn offspring? Randarin, I remember you. It's good to see you here, my friend. 'Tis true, my beautiful wife has given birth to our second child, little baby Gwendolyn, who is 3 or 4 months old now, something in there. Little baby Gavin is already 2. He's walking around and opening doors. He came on the show last week. If you want to see both my beautiful babies, they were on the show last week. Just go to scotchandsmokerings.com, click on episodes, and it's the top of the stack, the very first episode. Often-eyed Shadow Priest asks a pertinent question. What can you say about small cigars, Ox? Any good? I've only ever had the occasional Swisher Sweet. Yeah, I have had a number of Swisher Sweets. Thanks to Shawarma. Thank you, Shawarma. I've finished them, so there's my review. I've finished them. Shawarma got me onto Swisher Sweets, and also another type. Was it Hillbilly Cigars? I forget what they were called. Anyway, he sent them to me, and I've tried them, and they're good. They're not real cigars. A real cigar is a stack of leaves that are wrapped tightly into a big cigar. Swisher Sweets are chopped up tobacco wrapped in one leaf. But they're larger than cigarettes, and they don't have a filter, and they're not stuffed with paper. So they're like halfway. Phillies and Hillbilly, says Shawarma. That's right. And then he got me these Swisher Sweets. They're halfway between cigarettes, which is just paper and toxins and blah, and then actual cigars, which is just the pure leaf tobacco. And so that's probably where my review lies. I don't quite enjoy them as much as a nice gentlemanly, but they're all right. They're better than cigarettes. Andy the DK says, Swishers are awesome cigarillos. I'm smoking one right now. There's definitely a fan base for them. Another thing that they do to Swisher Sweets is they put a little sweetening flavor on the butt of the cigar, which many people find pleasant. I don't mind it. My preference is to just have the unaltered cigar and let the English blends, well, no, that's pipes, the curing process waft through my mouth, because each cigar has its own curing process. And I like to appreciate those unique flavorings. Shiut the High Shaman says, the key is locked behind a gold door, and to get to the gold door you need the gold key inside the silver room, and the silver key is in the copper room, and the copper key is hidden behind waves of enemies. So basically you're saying I'm never going to get out of this room. Alas, I'll have to sit here and smoke cigars all night. It's a hard life. Black Shawarma says, excuse me, but has the shelf been cleaned up? It seems the external hard drives are not as cluttered. No, I haven't touched them. Although I haven't really had them on the show very often. Usually, I'm doing this. Oh. Instead, I'm doing this. Just the nature of the way I was sitting. There we go. Elfinite Shadow Priest says, I don't like the sweet sometimes, but being as I'm a lady, I kind of want a smaller cigar. Well, indeed, cigarillos are perfect for a ladylike hand. No condensation or condemnation from this end. For those who like cigarillos, by all means, enjoy yourselves. Black Shawarma. This guy, he cracks me up. And it's broken. Buffering. What? Are you guys saying that the stream is broken? Frozen, lag, it's broken, it's buffering. Okay. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. The show is not working real well. I have a sneaking suspicion that my beautiful wife is playing video games. Are you playing games right now? I'm so sorry, honey, but it's ruining the stream. Okay, thanks, hon. Bye-bye. Am I back, ladies and gentlemen? Is the lag gone? Is the buffering gone? No, I'm not back yet. We have sound, he says. Okay. Sound is back. That's great. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry. What happened is my beautiful wife decided to load up Destiny while I was doing the stream. Do you want to try refreshing the camera to see if the video is back? Maybe refresh the page, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to have to stop the broadcast because that cuts my file in half, but... There we go. We're back. HT Star says we're back. Black Shawarma says there we go. Woof Pickle says good. Now okay. Lepidus says screen frozen. Jonath says I got nothing. Pause and play worked for me, says HT Star. There we go. Screen is back, says Malakath. Well, technical difficulties here in the Oxhorn household. Sorry about that. Basically, for those who have been watching for a while, I switched from Comcast to CenturyLink because I hate Comcast. And they were ruining my life. And they were expensive. And they were just making my life miserable. So, I dumped them for CenturyLink. But sadly, they're much worse than Comcast when it comes to my internet speed. Especially when it comes to upload speed. So... I have to make allowances, you know. At least I can still do the show when it's just me online. Shawarma says, everything looks good except for the main subject material, but that looks like it normally does. I'll have you know that it does not look like it normally does. Yeah. Yeah, so sorry about that. My internet connection is much worse. But at least they're cheaper. Much, much cheaper. Like 1/3 the price of Comcast. If you just want TV, super cheap. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Tenosia says the award. Well, I know that I deserve many awards. Any number of awards out there do belong to me, but, you know, you have to be more specific than just the award. Doomageddon says voicemails. That's right. I have not forgotten, ladies and gentlemen. One new segment here on the program is that you can leave messages for the show, and I will do my best to answer them. Here we go. First on the program today is Squirrel. Squirrel, what is on your mind? The floor is yours.
Good evening, Oxhorn and fine people of the chat room. This is Squirrel, and I'm coming to you today with a question regarding beard maintenance. What do you do when your magnificent manly mop looks like it just had a wrestling bout with a bear, and despite its victory, refuses to lie back down? In other words, what do you do about a bad beard day? Thanks for taking my voicemail, and as always, stay classy.
Why, thank you, good sir, for leaving your voicemail message here on the program. I happen to have a website for that. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are unfamiliar, I have a website called growabeardnow.com, and to answer your specific question, there are 2 products that you need to use to maintain your masterful beard. Number 1, beard oil or beard balm. Both are good products. Beard oil, rub it into your hands, put it into your beard, conditions it. Beard balm comes out as a little buttery substance, melt it in your hands, and likewise, condition your beard. The second product is a beard wax. I have recommended a number of fantastic beard waxes on growabeardnow.com. You rub the wax into your hands, and then you can wax your beard down to make sure that it stays exactly where you want it to. Now, I had planned to wax my beard before coming onto the show today, but then this happened. So I didn't wax it, but I have worn a waxed beard on the program before, so you can see some of my past episodes to see what it would look like. Why is your plaque crooked? Asks Jaruki. My plaque? Well, I'm surprised you can notice it. And that you can see if it's crooked or not. I didn't know dental plaque could be crooked. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a few more messages on SpeakPipe. Doomageddon is on the program today. What is on your mind, sir? Share your wisdom.
Hey, Oxhorn. As you know, in 2 weeks, Hallow's End starts in World of Warcraft. And this is the holiday known as the time where we listen to the Headless Horseman taunt Brill and Goldshire. This is also time where you go in and try to kill the Headless Horseman in the Scarlet Monastery graveyard, hoping for the Headless Horseman mount to drop that will hardly ever drop for probably 99.9%.
I have the Headless Horseman, by the way.
To me, this holiday is getting old. And it would actually be a little bit better if Blizzard would actually do a little bit more with the holiday. Maybe add a dungeon or raid. Karazhan, for example. Yes, I made a little funny with the Karazhan joke that I posted on Facebook, but let's think about it. Why don't we actually have a dungeon or raid where you could do like a haunted house, you know, fight witches, ghouls, Dracula, werewolf, mummy, all that kind of stuff. Get some nice little gear, costumes, stuff like that, and just have a little bit more fun. Not have to just get a bunch of candy all the time. Anyway, tell me what you think. Thank you, man.
Great question. He's asking about the Hallow's End holiday, which is one of my favorites, honestly. I liked it so well that I even made a movie called Ox Chop. If you go to oxhorn.com, go to the movies section, and look for Ox Chop. It's my Hallow's End movie. And I have the Headless Horseman mount for Oxhorn. It's a fun little holiday. But he says that he's feeling that it's getting old, and maybe they could do something to step up their game a little bit. A new instance would be most welcome. So I'll give you that one. All right. So Jaruki says the U2 plaque. Chaotic Enigma also says U2 plaque. Okay, I'm confused. Are you saying that the members of the band U2 have plaque, or are you saying that U2 have plaque? By which you would mean me. If you're saying U2, you're saying that I also have plaque. And as a consequence, it's crooked. Again, slight confusion there. Not a big fan of U2, the band. But if you're saying that my plaque is crooked, then hard for me to see. I mean, I can't look at my plaque in my face, so... Jaruki clarifies and says, your YouTube award behind you is crooked. Ophanite Shadow Priest says, over your left shoulder. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I can't find any YouTube plaque over my left shoulder. Now, did you mean camera left or my left? Like, this would be my left shoulder, but this would be camera left. Which I'm assuming is coming from you since you're in my camera, or at least on the other side of my camera. So, look, this is a complicated dialogue we're having here. I just am unable to process what you're saying. Totally Not Ghoulbreath says, Grat! That is your right shoulder. No, that's camera left. Camera left. Nate the Great says, Oxhorn, everything is fine. The thing they're talking about is just fine. My plaque is fine? Good. Because I just went to the dentist. I'm feeling pretty nice. Your left camera right, says Chaotic Enigma. My left camera right? I've got one camera, so I don't have a left camera, right? Next up, Andy the DK has a message for the show. Andy the DK, you are on the program. How can I help you today? Share your wisdom with the masses.
Greetings, Oxhorn. Andy the DK here. How are you doing tonight, sir? Hope you're doing well. Tonight I have some quick-fire questions for you. I couldn't think of anything really important to ask you, so I'm just going to go with some quick-fire questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go. Question 1. What is your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday is Christmas, because I get to open presents, eat a whole bunch of things that are bad with me, mostly beginning with egg and ending with nog. And bearded individuals are pretty much accepted throughout all states of the Union.
Greetings, Oxhorn.
Oh man, it doesn't let me pause?
Tonight, sir.
Alright,
Hope
hold
you're
on.
doing well. Tonight I have some quick-fire questions for you, so I'm just going to go with some quick... Oh, here we go. Question 1.
Yes.
What is your favorite holiday?
Answered.
Question 2.
Yes.
What is your favorite cigar Scotch blend?
We'll hold
And
that.
3. What is your favorite WoW expansion?
Wow.
Hope you can answer all those questions, Ox.
All right.
And until next week, stay classy, good sir.
I feel like I'm in a Monty Python episode. That you're standing at a bridge over a chasm and saying, what is your favorite color? Blue. No. Well, to answer your question, I'm going to have to say my favorite expansion is Wrath of the Lich King. I've made no bones about that. I make no bones about Wrath of the Lich King being my favorite expansion, just because I love the whole sort of Norse feel that the landscape had, and the Lich King is one of the best bosses in the game. How can how can you beat the Lich King? And then my favorite Scotch and cigar mix is going to have to be a Nica Libre 1993 box-pressed cigar, fitted with a Lafroig single malt Scotch whiskey. Any year is fine with me. All fine choices. Imagine Justin says, YouTube award, good sir, is broken. It is not slanted or crooked. It is just broken, and it needs to be fixed quickly. My YouTube award is broken? How is it broken? Like, what's wrong? Is it cracked? Is it steaming? Is it leaking oil? Did it break down on the side of the road? Please, explain to me how it's broken, and I will do my best to fix it. Whatever this YouTuber word might be. I will do my best. Greg McLovin Hartung says, I enjoy things that begin with honey and end with ham. Indeed. Some of my favorites as well. Elizabeth says, I like Halloween, not too cold, not too hot, and from being in both, I don't like hot or cold, so Halloween is perfect. Gotcha. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's not quite winter, not quite summer. It's what we call fall. It's in a good part of the year, I have to admit. Goldbread says, Ox, there are elves behind you. They're hiding behind the YouTube award. You have to go find them. Shoot says, the elves are breaking some kind of award on your left shoulder. Your left, not camera left. Alright, I gotta get this straight. My left, not camera left. Elves behind award, YouTube award. Broken, somehow not crooked. Oh! This? Is this what you're talking about? This humble little thing? Here. It doesn't want to be straight. Oh man, I don't know if I can uncrookedify it.
Great music of the 1920s and 1930s deserves to have an appreciative modern audience.
There. Is that better?
Help it find that audience. Why not email your friends?
Did my best, ladies and gentlemen.
Let them know about the wonderful
You can't fight gravity.
right here.
Gravity is just one of those things that is persistent on Earth. Well, I mean, it's in the universe too. So. We're all affected by gravity. No hate. Andy the DK says, I feel like Oxhorn is hosting Blue's Clues right now. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's brilliant. All right. All right, so that's all the messages. Thank you very much for your messages. We've gone through messages. We've gone through fan art. The show is nearing its 8 o'clock closing time, but as many of you know, I tend to go over. So let's fire up Hearthstone and one game today, ladies and gentlemen. One game. I don't want to get too involved or too deep into this. Let's do one nice game of Hearthstone while we smoke our gentlemanlies before we move on with the remainder of our day. Black Shawarma says, I'm quite proud of your handyman skills at hanging that award so well. Yeah, not, you know, when it comes to hanging pictures on the wall in such a way so that they look straight, I'm your go-to guy. When diplomas, family portraits, you know, that's just what I do. Not that I'm bragging. All right. Lag alert, says Lepidus. Lag? Did firing up Hearthstone really create lag? There we go. Alright, who are we playing today? Andy is Diablo. Alright, Andy is the Diablo. Let's do this.
My greetings. Greetings.
Alright, Andy is Diablo. Do your worst. No! No! Do not damage my creature. Ancient Watcher can't attack. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. This is a good cigar. Cigar Ox, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but Rocky Patel is a fine cigar. I will accept any more Rocky Patels you decide to send my way. I won't be turning them back, I can tell you that. Okay.
Play.
There we go.
Where shall I strike?
That is a nice smoke. Oh, what was that? Oh, my goodness. Black Shawarma says, I'm thinking Dutch Master's cigar. How can I say no to a Dutch Master? Sounds delicious to me. Your move, Andy is Diablo. My friend, let us meet on the battlefield. Okay. Shoot says, Ermagurg, turnt. What? Oh, treant. Wait, I'm confused. Wait, what was it that you just did? Nourish. Choose one. Gain 2 mana crystals or draw 3 cards. He's got a lot of cards there. Ouch! Pain! Pain in the Gulliver. Do your worst.
Well played. Nature will rise against you.
What do I care about nature? Come on now. +2? Oh! Rubbish, that's it! I'm done! Oh, he's got me. Oh, I'm dead! Oh, rubbish. Well, that was disappointing. One more, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to do one more. I got to win one at least. Alright, one more game. Who's up for it? Greg McLovin. It's you and me. Oh, that was Andy the DK. Good game, Andy the DK. Ophanite Shadow Priest says, haha, you lost to the hippie cards. Oh, you know, druids, people keep saying the druids are hippies, but I'm not going to say druids are hippies. It's okay to have a well-meted love of nature. I guess it depends on the druid. Oxhorn is no hippie, for example. Look at all that cigar I have left. One must make good use of it. Alright, Greg McLovin Hardtongue. Don't you summon any dinosaurs at me. I am tired of your short-armed T-Rexes frolicking on my battlefield. Eat that! Gentleman Badger says, unleash the crush. No, let us not unleash any crushes, my friends. Crushes can remain in decks, as far as I'm concerned. You and your animal companion. I don't understand why you use that. I mean, I don't have any secrets on the board. Are you just trying to draw? Just drawing a card? I guess. Alright. Time for some devastation. I almost feel bad. Eat it up, Buttercup. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. I've barely touched my scotch. Let us remedy this situation forthwith. Come on, Greg. I expect great things from you. Yeah, whatever. It's all that college studying, Greg, that you're going through right now. Which is good. You're filling your mind with numbers and dates, which is an important thing for a young man to be doing. But of course it does mean that your gaming skills are waning. That's right, you heard it here first, folks. Hardtongue's gaming skills doth wane. Well, it's gotta be done. No! 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 Rubbish! Oh, blast! Nicely done. Well played, good sir. Well played. Overnight Shadow Priest says, what did you say you're drinking tonight, Ox? I'm drinking some middle to bottom shelf scotch, some Scoresby. It's a blended scotch whiskey. It says it's very rare, but I don't know. I think they just put that on the package like new, ultra, special, extra. Doesn't really mean anything. But you know what? It tastes okay. I really can't complain. What? What was that? What did you just do? What is that? Destroy any minion damaged by this minion. Haha! No! Oh! He pulled a Hearthstone! Greg, do not give me victory by concession. I demand the ability to slay you and bury you. He says, you got lucky, nothing more. Sure, that's what that was. That was luck. That's what that was. Lucky, he says. I got lucky. Oh, come on now. Is that what we're going to do when we lose? I can pull that out too. Oh, Andy the DK, he got lucky when he defeated me. That's what it was. It was pure and utter luck. It had nothing to do with skill or my magnificent strategic abilities. No. Luck. Doomageddon says, Suicide Hearthstone strikes again. Great. Cigar Ox says, more cigars are heading my way. Hey! Cigar Ox, you are owning this realm right now. That no one can defeat you when it comes to cigar submissions. Oh, I'm excited. Packers fan 9113 says, Oxhorn, what's your BattleNet info? I would love to duel you in Hearthstone. I am Oxhorn 16 something. 1649. Alright, who am I fighting today? Fancy Badger. Fancy Badger. Shawarma, I promise I never cancel any of my matches. If it says canceled, it's because somebody beat you to the punch. I'm sorry, my friend. I did not cancel it. It says this has been canceled. So it says you canceled it, but I know you didn't. Andy the DK says, I don't dare lose to Oxhorn. All his trash talk if I lose. Yeah. Okay, what's this? Death Rattle. Summon a 4/4 Nerubian.
What now?
Bring out your dead. Okay, Fancy Badger, what is with all of this cards and stuff? Whenever you summon a minion with Death Rattle, gain 1/1. Golly, you got a Death Rattle deck or something? Goodness. All right, eat that. Death rattle. Your opponent draws a card. Okay, that's cool. Thanks for that. Doomageddon says, we need Blizzard to create a McLovin companion that follows you around playing Hearthstone, unleashing King Crush and sometimes committing suicide on Hearthstone. Oh, what is this? Taunt Death Rattle. Summon a 1/2 slime with taunt. You and these death rattles, my friend. Goodness.
What now?
Why not?
I have no time for games.
Oh! Well, that was a mistake.
Is now on Facebook. Find it. Facebook.com.
Your magic shall not save you.
Okay, I think I worked my way through that one. No, really? How many of those do you have, Fancy Badger? Oh. You and your death rattles.
The frost wolves stand ready.
Damage.
Oh, really? Ah, I should have thought of that. Whoops! I made a boo-boo. I know, it was my bad. Although I don't think he's going to be taking advantage of it. Oh my goodness. Oh no! What? Okay.
and plunder. Blood and plunder.
Well, see if you can eat on that, my friend.
I greet you.
Okay, I greet you too. Power overwhelming. Ouch. Oh, and that's it. Done. Oh, that was my own fault. I messed up. There, you see how that works, Greg? I'm owning up to my own mistakes. My own failures brought about my destruction in that match. Alas, someday I will win more than just one. Alright, here we go. One more game, that's it. Then I'm done. Well played indeed.
Versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer. Victory or death.
Imagine Justin. Alright, Imagine Justin. We meet on the field of battle. Greg says sweet, sweet retribution, my friend. Come on. You get retribution when you defeat me in battle, not when one of our friends does. Alright, let's see. Alright, Imagine Justin, let's see. What have you got in your deck? Candle Schmandle. Spell damage +1, spell damage +1. That's not cool.
Blood and plunder. For the royal song. No quarter.
Okay, there we go. See how that fits. Frost Shock. Oh.
May my ancestors watch over me. No quarter. For the war chief!
Alright. Not too shabby. Your move, sir. No! Aww.
You shall not pass.
Whoops. Should have saw that one coming.
Get behind me.
The frost wolves stand back.
Ah!
Your magic shall not save us.
Pirates call.
I'll take it now.
There we go. Dragon XL says, hey everybody, sorry I'm late. Late? Yeah, you're pretty late. But you made it. And that's what's important.
May my ancestors watch over me. Scurvy dog.
Let's try that on for size. No! No! All right. This is a war of attrition now. What? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Well done, good sir. I think I have a strategy, though. No! No! What? Oh, man! He pulled a hard tongue. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 2 out of 4 ain't that bad. It's basically as if I didn't play at all. Well, we lost 2. Well, 1, 2. Well, what can you do? Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. It is now smoke ship time. That time of the show where I blow into existence any smoke ship of your design. So lay it on me, ladies and gentlemen. What would you like to see? A smoke zeppelin? A smoke ferry? A smoke tugboat? A smoke oil rig, huh? Packers fan 9113 says, all of the concedes. What is this blasphemy? Indeed. Indeed. A smoke warship, says Gentleman Badger. Well, that might work very well. We get 2, says Sansona84. That's right. I promised you last week, too. Okay, thanks for reminding me. Thanks for keeping me honest. 2 winning smoke ships today. First up from Black Shawarma, let's see. He says, smoke ship, correctly phrased. Succulent spiral sliced ham served with a roasted vegetable medley, a green bean casserole, and whipped sweet potatoes, a fine Riesling for the beverage, and a delicious apple pie with ice cream for dessert. You had me at succulent spiral sliced ham. Nate the Great says, I want to smoke Zeppelin where Oxhorn, Mortus, and Staghorn sail over hippie neighbor Tom's house to spy on him to see if he's using his hippie magic to change your mustache trimmer. Indeed. William Moore says, Oxhorn, Staghorn, and Mortus armed with cigar-shooting crossbows and riding atop mighty plain striders across the barren plains, hunting the wild baron's boar and desert kodos. Oh, desert kodos, right. I was thinking that kodos that were sweet for some reason. For their meat to supply Francis Baconmeister Jr. and his ever-growing chain of We Eat Flesh restaurants. Nicely done. Trevor Green says, a bacon, grease, and Scotch-powered cruise ship populated by 100 Kevins. Oh, Kevin Bacon. While Ox and Mortus are playing Hearthstone, while Ox is getting owned big time, with Mortus's uber hacks while sipping the best scotch ever made, with a jeweled goblet while eating bacon-wrapped turkey and a side of bacon-wrapped potatoes, and pecan pie while puffing an uber cigar. Nicely done. Kodo's made of candy, says Greg Hartung. Sounds good to me. It is Halloween. Getting close anyway. Dragon XL says hamburger pork, a cup of Mountain Dew, and slices of pumpkin bread. Sounds like a great meal. All right, first smoke ship is Black Shawarma. Black Shawarma gets number 1. Here we go. There we had a smoke ship. Correctly phrased, being a succulent spiral sliced ham served with a roasted vegetable medley, a green bean casserole, and whipped sweet potatoes. You're getting me hungry. A fine Riesling for the beverage and delicious apple pie with ice cream for dessert. Sounds delicious. All right, smoke ship number 2. Shawarma says, the food smoke ship is doing its thing. He's thinking desserts. Yes, I am thinking desserts. You're getting me hungry. Next up is Trevor Green. Trevor Green, thank you for your submission. Here we go. Wow! For the briefest of moments before your very eyes, we had a bacon, grease, and Scotch-powered cruise ship populated by 100 Kevins, while Oxhorn and Mortus are playing Hearthstone, and Oxhorn is getting owned big time with Mortus's Uber hacks, while sipping the best scotch ever made with a jeweled goblet while eating a bacon-wrapped turkey with the side of bacon-wrapped potatoes and pecan pie and puffing an Uber cigar. 2 smoke ships in 1 episode, never before done on this earth, first time in the universe of universes have you seen 2 magical smoke ships before your very eyes. Excellent smoke ship submissions, everybody. Thank you, William Moore, and everybody who submitted theirs. I tip my cap to you, ladies and gentlemen. We had a fine episode. I am off to have some dinner with my lovely wife and my beautiful babies. I hope you all have a fantastic Thursday evening and an even better coming weekend. One more smoke ring to end the show. A very fine Rocky Patel, courtesy of Cigar Ox. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming, and be sure, my friends, that you always stay classy.